So, I don't know what's to become of me since my one boarder's gone. A poet he was, to be sure, but a good one. And he paid me enough every summer to keep my soul and body together through the rest of the long year. 7 summers he came that way, and now the time's gone by, and I hear never no word. How I'm to keep myself alive, I don't know. And since I took you in, there's just the 2 of us. It may be you'll have to go again. The way you came, out of the night. Though you were a great comfort being here to talk to, and a great help to me in my work. Not but you'd be more comfort yet if your poor tongue weren't cursed with dumbness. Dear sakes, yes, I'm growing used to you, but a stray who comes to the land's end is as welcome as any other. Nor are those likely to reach here at all who aren't vagabonds or poets. By which I think that my poet is gone for good, and you must follow after, and then I'll be left to dwell for the rest of my days alone with the spirits of the moor and the sea beyond. Oh, alack. I'll not forget the night you came, a month ago it was, the 2nd of June. And the day before was the time the poet always come himself. When I see your white face peering in through the window there, I thought it was him, late, and looking in for the joke of it to see if I'd given him up. Then in another minute you was standing there, poor white creature that you were. Behind you was a wind sweeping over the moor and the waves sighing up the cliff head from the sea. God knows where you came from, and you couldn't tell. But you're not troublesome. No, you're not. Neither was he. Off all the time he was with the will o' the wisps of the field and the mermaids of the deep, learning their sweet songs. No trouble at all, either of you, only he paid. He's come after 4 weeks. But he'll pay again.
Is this the farmhouse at the Land's End?
Yes, ma'am, so please you.
You may set down the bag, Nora.
Yes, ma'am.
My husband sent me to you.
Your husband? How? There are no husbands at the Land's End. Nobody but me.
My husband has been here. He used to board with you in the summertime.
Oh, the poet.
Yes, I'm the poet's wife.
But
We've not been married very long. Of course, it pained me to leave him, but I was so wearied from social pleasures that he wanted me to rest. And what was I to do? I was even growing bored, not being as fresh as he, to such fullness of life. But you can know nothing of that here at the end of things. You've never seen the world.
I've seen how big it is and how queer.
Oh, how amusing. I think I shall enjoy my stay with you. Will you take me in for a while?
Now, by all the clouds in the sky tonight, I will.
I shall require a room for myself and another for my maid.
And your husband, good ma'am, doesn't he come?
No, I thought better not. There seemed to be some influence here that was not good for him.
Here, ma'am? At the Land's End he loved so much?
Oh, I don't deny he found his inspiration in that neighborhood. Summer brought his best work, everyone knows that. Tell me, how did he use to spend his time?
Why, most of it out there.
Ah, you see, he never told me about it in detail for fear I couldn't understand. But you think I can understand, don't you?
Good man. Are you acquainted with the spirits?
Certainly not. What spirits?
Those he knew.
Ah, so he did have other friends.
They was all his friends, good man. He's the only person I ever knew who could walk on the moor by night without the will o' the wisp should dance him over the cliff. Instead of that, it taught him the tune it dances to, and he made a song of it. My own man ventured into the darkness years ago and never came back more. But the poet and it was friends.
Will o' the Wisp, what is that?
It's what keeps you in the house at night. It's a waving light that beckons you to follow, and when you've been for miles and miles always behind, why then it leaves you, and the morning finds you dead in a ravine or floating under the cliff head in the sea.
Oh, really? What a pleasant companion for my husband. But pray tell me, whom else did he know?
Poor Will, a goblin who cries through the land's end under the curse of an old, old sin. And the mermaids with green hair that sing when a ship goes down.
Did my husband tell you all this?
Yes, good ma'am, and more. Whatever for hunger he come home. He had a tale for me.
And you believed it?
He was a dear young man. And I'm not even blaming the spirits if they loved him.
Oh, but I mean, do you believe in spirits?
How could I choose? I see them. I hear them. The night your husband should have come, that was the 1st of June. I saw the will o' the wisp out yonder on the moor, as plain as I see my candle. Not dancing it was, but going quite slow and steady like, with its lantern lit, as if it was seeking him. And I'm not wondering if sooner or later it didn't come peeping and looking through this very window into my house to find the friend it missed.
Oh, what nonsense!
I'd not be saying the like, ma'am, if I was you. It's offering the goblin's temptation.
What? You too, Nora? I thought you had more sense.
In the old country, ma'am, it's the way of us all to believe.
Oh, dear me. Well, I can't grow superstitious, Nora, just to oblige you. That will do.
Yes, ma'am, but I think I'll be leaving you.
What?
Oh, it's afraid I am. What with the old woman's talk and the look of the moor outside, we better be going, ma'am, the both of us. There's no good as waits for us here.
You may go when you please. For myself, I prefer to stay and meet some of my husband's friends. I shall certainly not be frightened away by the tales my husband left behind for me.
Oh, how shall I take my way back home? The Lord pity me.
There, good soul. The spirits wish you no harm. They'll not hurt you.
Oh, both of you, be still.
Now you see, your husband should have come.
Oh, my good woman, I told you I preferred not.
Alack, is he never to come again?
Don't expect him.
But the songs, the tunes he made and paid for with his heart.
Fortunately, it is no longer a question of that.
Good ma'am, pretty ma'am, you don't mean he's give up singing?
Poets usually do, you know, when they marry rich women. Weak, the lot of them.
Alack the day, alack the winter time.
Indeed, I didn't know people like you cared for poetry.
He'll sing no more. He'll pay no more. The Land's End will be poor and still.
Ah, now I understand you. You have a point of view. Well, so have the wives of poets. But as he gave you comfort in return for his inspiration, we give them ease in which to love us. Why should they play at their little toy battle with life when we can put all experience into their hands? That is all our mission, and it makes them very comfortable, I assure you.
Here, girl, here!
Who is this?
A poor waif man. A harmless, dumb waif who helps me in the house.
Did you mention her among my husband's friends?
Why, no, he never saw her. Been here only a month, she has, a poor creature.
Where did she come from?
The good Lord knows, not I.
Oh, well, from the looks of her, I should say it didn't matter how long she was with you. Come here, girl.
Mind what the lady bids you.
Well, the total effect of you is not dangerous. Don't be afraid of me, you silly thing. Funny how fashion impresses them, isn't it? The girl turned clammy cold.
It's the feel of her.
Yet you know your features aren't so bad. If only you had a little color. You should never wear gray with that white face of yours. Country people invariably have no idea how to dress, eh, Nora?
Ma'am, for the love of God, be careful. I'm not liking the eyes of herself.
Oh, her eyes are so much better than her clothes. But I forgot. You're not fit to talk to tonight, are you? Well, that will do. Why do you let your servant wear that cap? Doesn't she ever take it off?
Many a time I've spoken of it. But it's a stubborn habit with her. So I lets her have her way for peace.
But my poor girl, the cap is awful. If only your hair showed, you'd be so much better looking. What makes you wear it?
What would this be?
She's probably mad, poor soul.
Oh, Mother of God, it's magic.
I fail to find any magic in a candle going out when I've just watched the process. Really, I prefer bed to such gloomy companionship. Will you light us upstairs, please? I'm quite sorry I came.
There, good ma'am. It's going to be more cheerful in the morning.
I feel as if morning should never come with this whole night dragging at me.
Now, if you and your woman will just follow me, the poet's room was ready for him.
Where does that creature sleep?
Oh, down here. Mat by the fireside. She'll not trouble you no more. Good ma'am, she'll not trouble you no more.
Come, Nora. Who are you? Why do you smile at me unless you're glad that I came down? You knew I would answer that music, but he sang it to me. Do you hear? To me, to me. Oh, I know there was something here that held him. I had all the right to him. I took his life and made of it what I would, but I couldn't reach the soul. It was bound up to something else. The soul I wanted to see, I see now, but I don't understand. What are you? Can you talk? You can? You can, you devil. You called me down to tell your story, didn't you? Well, triumph over me, triumph. Only speak. So you're not going away without it? You and your magic hair? You burned him with that hair. You burned the soul out of him. But now I've come in his place, and you can't burn me, and I will learn why you smile. Do you mean you can talk? Or do you want me alone? Oh, I'm not afraid to go with you out there. Wait, wait.
Oh, God! I heard! I came! Don't follow for the love of heaven! It's the will of the wisp!
Let be! I'm going after her! I'm going to learn the truth!
Stay back, it's to your death you go.
Don't put your hands on me! There are no such things as spirits. It's a trick they made for me. My husband and her. Wait!
The will of the wisp! It's her! It's her!
Stop, I tell you. Stop.
Wait! I'm not afraid. Wait for me!
Oh, hush! Come by here by the window. See. What is it? The light. The will of the wisp. And something white behind it. Is it me mistress? God have mercy upon her. A shadow in the dark. Lit up by the thing ahead. Oh, it is. It's a spirit. It's out beyond the cliff head, and the cold sea lies beneath. Woe to one who follows the will of the wisp. Woe! Look, where the light is after, standing still, and not a sign of her. Oh, she's gone over. Gone she is, and she'll never come back. Oh.